Hello and welcome to day 24 of our Advent Calendar series. Today I thought I'd do a quick personal intro to the video to say a very big thank you to all of my fellow colorists who have been on this last 24-day journey with me. It's been a very busy month full of lots of coloring activities, lots of questions and lots of answers. I have so enjoyed sharing this time with you and reading all of your comments. Thank you so much for sharing some of your life with me and allowing me to share some of mine with you. It's been a very rough December and we're looking forward to next year. So thank you for coming along with me and I look forward to 2023 with all of you. Thank you. Well, fellow colorists, this is the end of the road for this Golden Advent Calendar. It's been 23 long days in the making. There's been lots of coloring, lots of cutting out, lots of fun, but we're ready to open day 24. There we go. What is in store for us for our last day of our Advent Calendar? And I wanted to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Okay, and it is a beautiful coloring page of a Christmas tree. On the inside there's some it's in front of a window where there's a bird and a deer looking in and lots of little ornaments. So we're going to get this page colored, and I think we'll use something that we haven't used yet today, and that will be some water-soluble graphite. And for the last time, here is our Google translated saying, and it says, "There is a fulfilled life despite many under-fulfilled wishes." And I just want to say I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season, no matter what holiday you're practicing, and I hope all your wishes are fulfilled. So let's get started. I'm going to pull out my water-soluble graphite. I have two kinds. I have the Staedtler tinted watercolors. So those are the color palette. So I do have some vibrant ones, and then I have the Derwent Graphitint, which have more muted tones. Work well, and this paper holds up very well, so I think it'll be fun to do. Let me put some paper behind it and get my water pen out, and we'll get started. Today I'm going to start with doing some of the background images first so that they're done, and then we can concentrate on the tree afterwards. So I'm going to use the Graphitint in dark indigo, which is number 4, and it's going to kind of look like that. And I'm going to do the paneling behind and up here. So I'll just quickly do that. I've got my two favorite water brushes. One has a longer, bigger nib, and the other one is tiny, so we can get into both areas. So I'll just do the back paneling right now, just lightly coloring right over there, and I'm going to zoom you in. So this whole area under here will be a dark blue, and then I'll come in for these dots and stuff with a gel pen or a colored pencil. I'll just get this initial background done so we don't have to worry about that. Colored graphite is a fun medium. Got a blotter cloth here. And just using small circular motions, I'm activating it. If I want it darker around an edge, just kind of push it there. You don't want to draw on or use your pencil on any wet area, so you definitely want to make sure you have added all of your graphite before adding any water. Okay, I'll keep going around all these areas. Just a quick review of how the page is looking. The back paneling is done. I'm now going to shift the page up and do this paneling here in the same color, and then I will figure out which color to do this border that has stars on it. I have selected Ocean Blue number 7 for the curtains, the small valance here, and in the Staedtler tinted graphite I have another blue G3, which is a little bit brighter, so I'm going to use this color, and then I'm going to bring the other color in and use it for these accent areas. Both these sets of water graphite pencils work well together. The Staedtler has some fun brighter colors than the Derwent, so it was a great addition. This is what the Staedtler one looks like, and it just has a paintbrush and says tinted, and there's a number G3, but there are no names. And I'm doing all the coloring first, and then I'll come in and activate it, but I will still try and activate them separately. So I hope everyone has ready for tomorrow, Christmas Day. I hope you have some time to just relax, spend time with your family or your friends or your pets, whomever you're spending the day with. If you're coloring, that's great too, but I know it's a busy time of year that only comes around, you know, it's very short, so please enjoy when you can. And if you're working, thank you for doing a job that requires you to work. There's lots of people that still need to work, all first responders and medical staff, so thank you for doing those jobs. The graphite is such a nice subtle color. I really like it. While we are waiting that to dry, I pulled out a 36, and it is a dark blue, and I'm going to do the band up here, and I'm going to skip the stars if I can, because we'll come in and do those with gel pen, but I just thought darker blue would go well with the lighter blue walls, so I'll activate a little bit so you know what that looks like. This page feels dry enough, so let's activate this one together. And my furnace is kicking in and out, so I apologize. It is currently minus 30 here, and that's Celsius. So yes, we're having a bit of a cold snap. It is supposed to be warming up though tomorrow or later today actually, and then tomorrow for Christmas. So it's been beautiful to stay inside and just look at the weather from this side of the glass. So this picture with the candles lit on the tree, I am imagining it is Christmas Eve, and since it is Christmas Eve, I am going to do a light gray outside. I don't want it too dark because the animals are out there peering in and we want to see them. Do some pictures of my outside today, and you will see the abundance of snow. So you're not missing anything but the prettiness of it, because it's darn cold. Here is a bit of a look of what it's like when you have snow for Christmas. I actually have a gift that my neighbors gave to me. They are a wonderful couple that have been our neighbors for as long as we've basically been here. And they made something very special to me, and it's sitting right here. So I was just looking at it while I was coloring, and I thought I would like to share it with you. So I'll grab it and show it right now, if that's okay. I'm going to zoom you out. And this is a memory box, and it has a picture of my husband and I on it when we went to their son's wedding. So very special. I had never seen this picture before, and it's a beautiful keepsake. So just staring at that right now while I'm coloring. So I'll keep going along this area. And I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, here's where we're at with most of the background done. There's a few items in the windows. We will let those stay the way they are for now while the page dries some bit, and we'll start to think about what we should do for the tree. There are a lot of ornaments on the tree, so I need to be careful to know what's tree and what's ornaments. So I'm thinking I should do the tree first, so then when I do the ornaments I can add some shading underneath the ornaments, but at least I'll have the tree done. There is a beautiful green in the Staedtler tinted graphite, so I'll just show you what that's going to look like. And it is definitely a Christmas tree color green, so I'm going to do all of the green of the boughs from the tree in this, and we'll talk a little bit about your plans for Christmas Eve. Do you have big plans Christmas Eve? I'll just zoom you in. Do you go out Christmas Eve to a service or to friend's house? Do you burrow in and get snuggled up in your home with your family? Do you open Christmas gifts? There's always lots of traditions around Christmas Eve. Our plans this year are just staying home, going to church hopefully, and quiet Christmas this year, and I'm totally okay with that. Okay, you get the picture. I will activate it so you can see the color come to life, and then I will continue down the tree, the rest of it, on my own. I'm glad that you're spending a little bit of your Christmas Eve with me. I totally appreciate it. And as I mentioned in my intro, it's been a hard December, but it's also been a busy and good one doing this page a day activity. It's kept me busy, so thank you for being part of my December and my first Christmas on my own. Okay, I'll activate it, but this is what it looks like before activation. And in just a blink of an eye, it will be activated. And this is the tree fully activated. We are going to let it dry. The page is still a little cool. There's no bleed through, but that's okay. We are on our last page anyways, and there's paper behind. So I'm just going to let this dry, and while that's drying, I'm going to do some other areas on the page that are not touching the tree. We will zoom you in a little bit, and we will do the window casing and the trim around the window. One of my questions for you is, how long do you leave your Christmas decorations up for? Will they be up for quite a while, or do you put them away right after probably New Year's, I would think? let's work on the deer here. I'm going to use a russet color, and then also the brown from the Stedler. Okay, the next item I'm going to do are all of the candles. I want to get those out of the way, and I am using a color called Meadow in the Derwent Graphitant. Let's do this one right here. Yes. I'll do all of the candles and be right back. All 14 candles are done. Garland there. Obviously poinsettias are red. And I don't have a really nice bright red in the graphite pencils, so I am going to switch to some polychromos. Okay, we're going to do some of the poinsettia wreath, and I have gotten a few polychromos. I've got a darker red called Dark Red 225, Deep Scarlet 219. I've got Dark Cadmium Yellow for the center, 108. And a pine green 267 for the leaves, and I pulled in a Chinese white if I need to lighten anything up, and I also have a Caran d'Ache pencil blender. Okay, I've done the one there, so I'll show you how I did that. So first off, the whole leaf or the whole petal is going to be the scarlet red. Couple of coats of that, light to medium pressure. Then I will put in the center. I'm going to come in with the green and a little bit darker on the edge where there would be shadow, and then lightening up at the top. So that's the green. Now I'm going to come in with the darker red, and I'm going to go around the base where the center of the flower is, and then also on the bottom part of the flower where it's a deeper red, and just blend that into the first red that was already there. So couple of coats of the deeper red on the bottom and blending lightly upwards, leaving the tip still with just the scarlet red. And then we will come in with the blender or the white depending on how it's looking. We can also come in with the scarlet and just starting at the base again, work our way all the way to the tip to help blend that in before using the Caran d'Ache blender. I'll do a little bit of white on this edge just to keep the tips a bit lighter, and then I'll come in with the blender, just blending the tips first because I don't want to drag the dark color upwards. I'm just blending the light area and then wiping my blender off and then blending the base. And I will continue doing that method on every poinsettia flower for the whole tree. So we've got 2 done, and I will continue off camera Okay, that was a long process, but we are finally done all of the poinsettia flowers. Just adding a bit of clear stickles to the center of the rest of these. We'll let that dry for a minute while I grab some food for lunch, and then we will do the rest of the ornaments. But I think what I'm going to do is, while the stickles part's dry, I'm going to move to the top of the page. So I will do this entire area here, activate it, and then we can come in with some pencil. So I'm going to avoid these triangles there. Okay, we're going to leave the back panel to dry for a bit. I used the russet colored graphitint, and then I brought a bronze jelly roll in to do the little detail on there. We're going to now shift down the page to the present area, and we'll do some of those. And we also need to do the base of the tree. I did a little bit more brown on the top and blended that in just so there was a bit more even. And I think we're just going to let these dry. I'll grab some gel pens and we will start adding some of the smaller items. I also am going to take my green again and come in to the tree and underneath the branches where there would be some shadow, just darken up some of those areas and then come in and activate that. So we will do that, and that'll give the tree a bit more dimension. A quick update on where we're at. The packages are finished. The stars on the top and the bottom border are complete, and I added gold to all these circles along here that kind of look like a decoration being strung against the wall. So that's where we're at. We're going to add some sparkly gel pen to the garland area, all these little stringed baubles, and I'm also still thinking of a color for the bows. I was hesitant on red, but I really do like red bows on a tree, so I may do that and just make sure that none of the other ornaments other than the candy cane and the snowman's hat are red. So we'll get on with that. We'll do a small one over here and see how it looks. It's a nice bright red, so I do like the way that looks. So I will continue to do all the bows in red. I have finished the red bows as well, and I have made the apples green. So now I'm going to come in with a polychromos green and just deepen up a little bit of the green, get a little bit of shading so they look like apples. Just using a white gel pen to make the snow. And I don't have much luck with white gel pens, but at least it's lightening it a little bit. I have used silver on the string of baubles, and I did that on both the window and on the string along the tree. So zoom you out. This is how our tree is looking so far. All the strings are done. I'm just filling in the ornaments. And I did the bow red and gold. We'll quickly do the cardinal together. I've decided to use a light blue colored stickles because it's a really pretty light blue and it would make an awesome snow as well. We're just going to do a light application of it, moving around with the paintbrush a bit. I'll do the same snow over here, and then we also have a snowman on the tree that I will possibly do a bit of this there too. Can't help myself. I'm bringing in some different color stickles, so I have a deeper blue. I'm just going to add it to the silver bell. So I'm completing all of the ornaments in blue and silver, just to kind of bring a bit of uniformity to the tree. Well, friends and fellow colorists, this is the last roundup of the supplies we used in our Advent calendar page today. We used some water-soluble graphite this time with some water brushes, some polychromos pencils, a whole host of different gel pens, a couple of colors of stickles, a blender pen, an X-Acto knife, and some washi tape that you haven't seen yet. So these are all the supplies we used. And let's clear them away and take a look at our final page. I have zoomed the camera out so that we can get the full page in here, and I'm really pleased with how this turned out. This page took me quite a bit of time today, but it was totally worth it. I didn't do a lot of talking in this video, so I hope that's okay. It's been a long week, and we're going to just take a quick look at the page. A little bit of sparkle here and there, and I thought it was cute to say no peeking under the tree by the little presents. I hope you have a blessed Christmas season, whatever you're celebrating. Hug the ones you love, spend some time with them, and if you're alone this Christmas Eve or Christmas, please know that someone out there loves you. Grab your coloring supplies and get creative. I look forward to seeing everyone for a wrap up at the end of the month with all the pictures we've done, plus some other ones I've squeezed in on times where I wasn't working on this book. But very happy with how this page turned out. And I thank you for coming along this 24-day journey. It's been great. See you again. Merry Christmas.